Good evening. Hello, hello. Hello and good evening. Are you there? Okay, 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 and okay. Yes, good. So, hello everyone. Can you hear and see me and the presentation? Please confirm. And we will. I can't see, and there's no voice. Oops. So, and for some people, it is okay, at least for Cornelia. So let's see what we can do here. It's okay. All right. So thanks very much. Now just give me a second, please. Refresh your body of I hope this will help. All right, and we will just slowly start. I think it's going to be quick. We'll see. And again, leadership again, but it's not the same, because as I checked, we've already done two webinars long time ago about women leaders, something about other leaders, and today we have leadership, mainly vocabulary. Well, only vocabulary probably, but I guess a useful one. So let's begin, and let's hope that it works for everyone. I'm Tomasz Podstawski. I may have just said that, but if not, well, I still am. And 30 minutes with leadership, vocabulary mainly. A few quotes. Yeah, John Quincy Adams said, the sixth, I think, President of the United States of America, he said, if your actions inspire others to dream more, learn more, do more, and become more, you are a leader. That's what he said. So pay attention to, well, no. First of all, we have a beautiful example of zero conditional. Yeah, you remember from a couple of days ago, we had a third conditional, so now we have zero. If they inspire to dream, learn, do, and so on, you are a leader. So in general, if your actions do this, you are a leader. And just to remind you, third conditional, if I asked John Quincy Adams whether I was a leader some time ago, and if he was alive, of course, then he would say, if your actions had inspired others to dream more, learn more, do more, become more, you would have been a leader. But well, it was not true, yeah, because that's why he said, if your actions had inspired, you would have been a leader. But you weren't. All right, but it's just by the way, let's look at another one. Peter Drucker. I didn't know who he was, but apparently he is the father of contemporary management. So he probably knows what he's talking about. And he said, management is doing things right, and leadership is doing the right things. Well, I like this, although I'm not sure if I understand this. If I understand what he meant. Hello, hello. We're just starting with just a few quotes, well, everyone I think can find something for him or her in this sentence. Management is doing things right. So okay. It's right. But leadership is doing the right things. So I believe it's doing, it's not doing unnecessary things. Yeah, yeah, that's what I read. I didn't know about this. But yeah, maybe I'm not so good at managing. All right, thank you very much. So it's good to know that you know this stuff. It's great. And now, Bill Bradley, a basketball player and then a politician, a senator, as far as I remember, he said leadership is unlocking people's potential to become better. Cool. So as you can see, there's nothing about what I would say as in general leaders are seen as people who are strict, who tell you what to do, and so on. But of course, these are stereotypes. And today, leaders are someone else. Now, yeah, I decided it would be nice to tell you what we are going to do. And in fact, I found it in our plan. So I wanted to include this about leadership and qualities. Yeah, that's what is interesting. Qualities that make a good leader. And I remember some weeks or months ago, I asked you if you would be a good leader, or if you are, because I know some of us are leaders here. But what about this? Are your bosses or managers, if you have any, effective leaders? And of course, yes or no would not be enough, so why or why not? Are they effective? So, effective, well, it depends what they want to achieve, but I believe we know more or less what leaders want to achieve. So, are they effective leaders? Why? Why not? So, we're just getting into those qualities. And I believe I'll see something in a moment, and I'll tell you my idea because I really thought about this. And I discovered that, oh yeah, we've got some cool ideas here. Encouraging, right? I wonder if someone will write this, what I have in mind. So I'll just wait for maybe two people or more, if you, of course, want to share your thoughts. Because what I believe, okay, so I'm going to tell you it right now. What I think, what is true, what I think, simply, a good leader, those that I have met in my life, those were really strict people. They had no, they did not hesitate to tell me what to do and how to do. And yeah, I could compare it to, I don't have a boss. Cool. So you are your own boss, not a leader. Oh yeah, so there's a distinction between a boss and a leader. But at the same time, I think that one of my favorite bosses was really strict. He did not, well, try to persuade me into something or didn't really explain how to do it. He just said, do this and that. When I did something right, well, then it was okay. When I did something wrong, then he told me how to improve this. So that was perfect. And I liked this. Then I had in other school, I had a lady, headmaster, who was a very kind. He would never he would never, well, he would never argue. No, he would never raise her voice. But at the same time, it didn't motivate me. So I believe it depends on the person too, on the receiver of the leadership, if we can call it like that. Cool. So yeah, and I've got some ideas from websites and from different websites and from um, my plan. Yeah, thinking outside the box. Definitely. We will think outside the box next week because I have a huge lesson or webinar on creativity. Employees. Oh, that's very good. Oh, yeah, I remember it was Eva who is a leader now, today, here, and today, and she was before. Yeah, very good. So I wonder if you know this. To be honest, I didn't know this one. It's personable. Personable person. We could say it like that, although it doesn't sound right. But it's a nice word, but a tricky one. Let's imagine I say, I know, an explanation first. So a personable person is pleasant, all right, but at the same time, he or she is attractive. So we may say the hottest, no, the hostess was very personable, all right. So it means that she was pleasant. It was good uh, to talk to her, but at the same time, it can mean that, well, I believe that she was very attractive. So not very similar, in fact, descriptions. Or another example, to be honest, he was certainly the most personable lecturer there. hmm So again, when two students discuss this after a lecture, they say he was certainly the most personable lecturer there. Then I don't know if he was just kind, pleasant, yeah, or he was just good looking. So instead, I suggest we use one of these, if this works. Yeah. Amiable person, and and at the same time, let me show you, yes, affable. Similar but slightly different. As you can see, friendly and friendly, easy to like and easy to talk to. And amiable person, I'll use Polish translation because I think you may agree with me. Amiable person would be sympatyczny. Yeah. And I think that sympatyczny, well, it's a positive word, but at the same time, it's like when you describe someone as sympatyczny, to me and to people I talk to, uh, it's like, okay, you're okay, but I don't really like you too much. I don't know if you have the same feeling. But in English, it's cool. It's cool. Amiable. He's friendly and easy to like. Yeah, he's cool. Nice person. Affable. It would be. It would be friendly and easy to talk to. So in Polish, it would be. I must use it. Uprzejmy. So yeah, he's friendly. All right. Easy to talk to. He will never offend you. But maybe he will persuade you into something, but you won't even know because, well, he is so kind. And maybe he will trick you into doing something. But generally, yeah, these two are positive. So amiable, sympatyczny, affable, uprzejmy, taktowny, grzeczny. Or personable, similar, yeah, almost synonyms, but at the same time personable, good looking. So in today's world, calling somebody that, well, not in Poland, I believe, we are still cool with this, but calling somebody good looking may be a problem. All right, now committed. It can be a terrible word, or mm, it can come on, be developed, create. No, oh, I forgot it. It can be developed for a quite terrible word, like to commit a suicide, to commit a crime. But committed boss, leader, I think it's entirely positive. Committed, willing to work very hard at something. I am a committed person, but for a relatively short amount of time. When I find a new hobby, a new interest, then I do only this and nothing else exists. But then, all right, I need something new. hmm So similar to dedicated. Yeah, almost the same. Dedicated, committed. And I believe I want to jump into, oh no, some cool adverbs and pictures. So a person can be fully committed or totally committed. And I think this will help you to remember fully, like a full moon, or totally, like total solar eclipse, as we can see here. So the moon is in front of the sun. Yeah, so someone is fully committed, totally committed. I sometimes become fully or totally committed with my um, with my hobbies, let's say. But be careful with this one, because you may start to overuse it, and it's very frequent. Yeah, it's very common, especially among American, well, native speakers of English, when they say totally. For example, do you like John? Totally. Do you think he is personable? Well, totally. hmm so yeah, it's overused, I would say, and some people use it in like a comma. So it's very, you notice it, and you may think that maybe there's something wrong with this person's English. All right, now deeply and strongly. Again, someone can be deeply and strongly committed. Another interesting adverbs used not only with committed. For example, I trust you deeply. I strongly believe in you. And oh yeah, two more. Fiercely. I like this one. Fiercely committed. I think being fierce. This lady shows uh, that she wants to do something fiercely, probably attack me, or a panda because she's in a bamboo forest. Passionately committed or fiercely committed. Cool words to say, to use instead of a very. 6 new words, or maybe not new words, but well, they appear again instead of very committed, deeply, strongly, passionately, fiercely. That would be very, and fully, totally. Well, that's 100%. So that's very, but totally very. Yeah, but let's leave this. Now, oh, one more. Irrevocably. Irrevocably. So nothing can change it. If someone is irrevocably committed, then he will do it no matter what. You will not change him or his attitude. You may you may make an irrevocable decision. So if you make this decision, there is no return. It's over. Everything is over. Well, maybe it's a good decision. Why not? Of course, it's an irrevocable decision that I will learn German language, maybe. But, well, then I will have to do it because that's my commitment. Now, step. If you take an irrevocable step, then there is no coming back. You need to do this. Of course, in life, nothing is so simple, but, well, if you decide to quit your job, then it may be an irrevocable decision or irrevocable step. There may be no coming back to the same job. Okay, now dedicated, I think it has appeared already. Mhm. Yeah, so committed, dedicated. Dedicated person works hard. Uh, oh yeah, they care a lot about it, or they care about nothing else. So I am dedicated singer, for example. I practice every day. Or yeah, Mr. Brown is a dedicated teacher. He's cooperative, but he's at the same time a dedicated teacher. And I believe we need dedicated teachers. Our children need, and we too need dedicated teachers because we learn all the time. A slight difference. I dedicate this song to my wife. I de- I don't know why I keep telling you about my wife when I don't have a wife, but let's pretend she is somewhere there. So I dedicate this song to my a friend, or uh, so it's like in Polish, but it can also mean, just like with this guy, he dedicated his life to music. So his whole life was about music. Maybe not necessarily this is true, but let's pretend it was so. Give all your attention and effort to one particular thing, or to dedicate something to someone. I dedicate this webinar to my friend Michael. All right, and how many of them are we? Do we have? Yeah, that's probably one of the last ones. So considerate. Oh yeah, considerate person, thoughtful of the rights and feelings of others. His remarks are always considerate. So this is a person who will never harm you. He thinks about you when he makes his decision, or yeah, when he makes just a remark. So when he tells you about something, then he will not cause you, he or she will not cause you any harm. So he thinks about you, about your well-being and your feelings. Considerate. Of course, we can consider something. Well, consider this idea and choose and give me your thoughts. Right. Uh, yeah, someone whom we can trust, simply. We can rely on. Reliable person. Oh, so many different words, but don't worry. Don't worry. You will get something I forgot yesterday, I think. You will get our flashcards. Now, patient, I believe a boss should be patient, and patient comes from this. And I believe when you go to a Polish hospital, you are a patient, just like these guys. But these are young doctors, probably, but doctors in training, but I couldn't find any other free photo. So being patient. But no, I would not say anything wrong about Polish hospitals, at least those which I visited, because it was always cool. But patient, yeah, a boss is patient, like a patient should be. All right, some of the words, yeah, personable, committed, dedicated, considerate, patient, and hardworking. Yeah, I didn't show it, but I think someone mentioned it at the very beginning. Good, good. Now let me ask you this, all right, just to finish this off. And we have leaders here. So what do you think? Okay, we have some qualities, but yes, exactly. You have to be patient when you are a patient. Exactly. And we will have the same play different games or tricks with words next week when we talk about cooking. But now let's focus on this for a moment, because I wonder, what do you think leaders value more? What do our leaders in this room value more? Hard work? Yes, working very hard. Yeah, that was my great explanation. But or efficiency. So doing something well quickly, uh, without much effort, it is possible, but well achieving your goal. What do you think? And yeah, let's use some examples So here they are working hard on the left hand side. I would say they are working hard. But I believe those machines are more efficient. Yeah, definitely they are more efficient. We need only two people. And in today's world, we don't even need people because, well, we have autonomous machines, machinery, tractors, and stuff, and harvesters. So yeah, efficient. Hmm. Yeah, it's true. So we have a limited amount of time, and we do as many, we achieve as many, we produce, let's say, we produce as many products as we can, or as many items as we can. So that's efficiency. Hmm. Although I work for a company and we translate some documents, or no, we translate some articles, and but well, it is still efficiency. But what I want to say is that they don't care how long it takes. Yeah, so they don't care how long it takes, and they pay me per hour, but they don't care how long it takes. They just want me. They just want me to make it perfect. Yeah, that's how I would translate. I would say it. So it's something similar, but no. Normally, I would expect I get paid for an article. Yeah, I finished this, so I get paid. But in order to raise my uh, the quality of the articles, they tell me take we don't care how long it takes. We just wanted to make it good, and we will pay you per hour. So that is interesting. I have never seen experienced something like that before. But here we of course agree that efficiency is the key. Good. So this is the end. Any questions? Do you have any questions? It was again on the vocabulary, so there's little practice for you. And I think next week we will have some more. Yeah, next week it will be about persuading. Oh, I love this. Hmm. First date. I would also love this probably, but I haven't prepared this yet. Cooking. Oh yeah. Creativity in business. Our topics for the next week. So no questions. So let me ask you, at least no from Eva. No questions from Eva. Let me ask you these two questions. Was it useful or not? It's up to you. And mm, mm, bang. Question number two. Yeah, thank you. And now I will show you flashcards. Bang. So this is it. This is a Quizlet flashcards, a cool method of learning. Thank you very much. So yeah, I wish you a happy evening and weekend. Of course, I hope you get some rest and do something exciting. And we will see each other next week, probably, if everything goes well. So, thank you very much. And oh yeah, I need to recommend you these. Facebook, Tutlo, on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Yes, and only Tutlo, because I read that today I read, and you probably heard it on the news, that social media can be dangerous to our mental health. But you can find some cool stuff there. All right, so thank you very much. Have a great weekend. Thank you, you too, and well, that's it. Bye bye.